Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett, and my first guest today is with SVA Certified Public Accountants. This is Kirsten. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you.
And today we're going to talk about how your business helps other businesses and even nonprofits. And you guys have been a part of the Madison community now for over 40 years.
Right.
Wow, that is so cool.
It is
to be
pretty
a part
cool.
of a community and grow over that time. That's very cool. And so just tell us a little bit about your business and what you guys do.
So we do a number of different things under the SVA umbrella. There's the CPA firm, and then we also have SVA Plum Wealth Management, so a wealth management arm that also has a trust company, and then also an SVA IT consulting company or a consulting company that does more than IT, do a lot of work in security and those types of things. So it's really a well-rounded firm that offers a lot to our clients.
A lot of different services, it sounds like,
Right.
for anybody. And why do you think, SVA is different from other CPA firms?
Well, I think the big thing, and a lot of people say this, is relationships, because we really want to build relationships with our clients and be true partners, a trusted advisor. And so we work to do that, and we do that by meeting with them throughout the year, making sure that they understand they can call us at any time. People are afraid they're going to get charged, and we try to reassure them that we're here to be their partner and not just a person they see once a year to get their taxes done.
That's so nice, because I think that is a concern for a lot of people, when maybe you do need help, but you're thinking, oh, I don't want to spend the extra money, or I just have a simple question or a little question. And I know for me, I try to Google things all the time, and then I just end up getting way over my head, with the jargon. And that's really what that's your job.
Exactly.
You know all of that, and kind of, leave that to the professionals, because that's everything that you guys know. So that's awesome. And so why do people need a CPA all year?
Well, some of the big reasons, a lot of people think, and a lot of people think too, all CPAs do is tax returns, but we do a lot of other type of work as well. But you think about your own personal life, you may get married, someone may pass away, you might retire, might have a child. So those are life events that happen during the year, and it's good to let your CPA know what's going on. On the business side, you might be buying or selling a business, you might want to retire. So there's lots of things that go on throughout the year that a CPA can help you with. And then our unique situation with SVA Plum and then the consulting company, we've got other solutions for people as well as things arise throughout the year.
So it's not just tax season.
Right.
I'm sure you guys get very, very busy during that time.
We do. I mean, that's still a big primary driver of business, but we're actually pretty busy all year round now, which is good for the staff, keeps them busy, keeps their skills up, which is great.
And I'm sure it's just a lot, less stress for people if you do have a CPA all year round and you're not just scrambling during tax season.
Yeah.
And you're, using them for really what they're good at.
Yeah, exactly.
Helping you manage your money. And then you're also the head of the nonprofit services.
Right.
And how does SVA support local nonprofit organizations?
So we do that through the work we do. We do a lot of audit and tax engagement for nonprofit organizations, but we're also a major corporate sponsor for several charities in town. And then most of our employees are involved either on a board or on a committee or volunteer for an event like, say, a race. And then for myself personally, I'm actually the vice chair of United Way Women's Leadership, which is a great organization. We do a lot of leadership training as well as philanthropy work with women leaders that are coming up. And then I'm also a treasurer for Susan G. Komen and Association of Fundraising Professionals.
I think you're busy.
I am busy. People would say I'm probably a little overcommitted, but it's fun.
Good for you. That's so important, though, to be involved in the community.
Right.
And not only have you guys been here for over 40 years, but really, really getting involved, not just being here, but being involved.
It makes a difference, and people really respond to that. Even if they're, say, an individual tax client or a corporation, they like to see that community involvement.
And so in your experiences working with nonprofits, what's the biggest concern that they usually have?
The biggest concern, there's three concerns: fundraising, their staff, and their boards. Fundraising is tough because you may know this, Dane County has the largest per capita number of nonprofits of any county in this country.
Wow.
And so the dollars are limited. And so nonprofits really need to diversify where they're getting their funding. And then with staffing is always an issue. It can be difficult for nonprofits to pay the wage someone could get in the for-profit world. So that's a challenge to always get the good staff that you need. And then finally their boards, getting board members that are engaged and committed and want to donate to the organization and raise funds for it.
Perfect. And then you also work, though, with local family businesses.
Right, right. So 90% of family businesses or 90% of businesses in America are owned by families, but
Wow.
only 30% actually make it to the next generation.
Wow.
So some of the work we do is succession planning, which can be very uncomfortable for people because they don't want to deal with it. They're worried, they're worried
But it's
about
an
it.
important conversation.
It is. They're worried they don't have a family member. They're not sure what to do. And so that's a conversation that can be many years in the making, a process to go through. You want to make sure in the end that everybody's happy, that if the company's actually sold, the person who owned it has the money they wanted for it,
Sure.
not only to retire on, but just to tell themselves, yes, that was a success. And I, spent my life doing that, and it was great.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for the great information.
Thank
you
you
for being here today, Kirsten.
It was great. Thank you.
And she, again, is with SVA Certified Public Accountants. So if you need some help, head over to their website and give them a call. Talk of the Town will be back right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Foxy Veronica's Peach Pies, and you may be wondering, what in the heck is that? And to tell me more today, I'm joined by Jessica, Jane, and Dana. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So let's just start off with the obvious. People are wondering, what is this? What is this event?
It is a reunion for a cabaret troupe that I started and we co-produced for. It's been going for 12 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I started it in 2004, and it's
Wow.
kind of a variety show, cabaret, burlesque troupe all mixed together.
So how did you get the idea to combine all those different things?
It actually was presented to me by a local club person a long time ago, and what he wanted to do, I didn't feel really as comfortable with.
Sure.
So I kind of took the idea and ran with it, and I have a musical theater background, so it naturally was a bit more cabaret than burlesque.
So how did you get the whole group involved, of the people who are involved in the show? What's the history behind that and the whole reunion?
One of the main ways I would say is people came to the show, and one of the main things that we do is we try to give women a platform to do whatever they want to do, and it's a very empowering and freeing feeling. And a lot of women would come up to Dana or myself after a show and say, "How can I get involved? It looks like so much fun." And we would say, "Come to a rehearsal."
Awesome.
I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Sure. So it really is getting people involved, too, who are interested in the past, who maybe did watch the show.
Not only watch the show, but what's really amazing about our show is how many people we bring in and how many women that we empower with our show. Because we have a variety of women of different races, we have a variety of women of different body styles, so you can see yourself represented on stage doing a variety of different things, which is really nice.
And that's so important, too, because I think a lot of times, in different shows or even on TV and in the media, it's not representing the actual population. And so that is really important for people to see. So that's very cool. And so, again, what should viewers expect to see on stage? And it sounds like a little bit of everything.
We will have, well, first off, it's not just us. We're going to have several people that are going to be playing with us. Sexy Esther, Zed Kenzo, DJ Milbot is going to be closing out the night with some great tunes. But for
Awesome.
our show, we're going to be dancing, singing,
There's comedy
Skits.
stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, balloon popping, rope stuff.
We're not even sure what all's going to be there yet.
It'll be carnivalesque without, carnivals.
But no clowns.
It really
No.
sounds like an experience.
It is an experience.
Like you're going to go and it's going to be, totally blow your mind.
What's
we
what's
hope to.
really great is honestly most of our audience is women.
Yeah.
The women fans are our best fans. They are the
Awesome.
ones that run up to the stage. They are the ones that are screaming and hollering.
Yeah.
It's a really great dynamic.
It really
Awesome.
is.
So what are the different backgrounds of all the different performers who will be a part of the show?
Oh, it's so varied. It's like I'm musical theater and I'm a yoga instructor and I work in human services.
Wow.
And we have other people who work in.
We have nurses.
Yeah.
I'm in human services and real estate. We've
had teachers. We've
Teachers.
had stage management.
Wow.
We've had
everything.
So all different backgrounds, it sounds
absolutely.
like. Something for everybody to relate to.
Yeah.
Very cool. So why a reunion show now?
Well, it's been 5 years since we've been on that stage, and honestly, Jess and I took a break because we do a lot more traditional theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after 5 years off stage, it just seemed time to rally the troops again,
Yeah.
and the burlesque scene in Madison itself has really exploded thanks to a lot of great people that are still involved.
Yeah.
So
Foxy Veronica still lives on in the Peach Pies Cabralesque. After we left the show, they kind of took the show and ran with it and turned it into their own thing, which is really awesome. Because it's like, we had this idea, and now it's still living. And there's
Wow.
other troops that have come up around it. And it's really a fantastic feeling. And it's a great, empowering feeling.
Awesome. So let's get to the details, because people are probably thinking, this sounds like a blast. You guys are a blast. Like, where is it? When can we go? How do we get tickets?
High noon on July 8th. It is at 9 o'clock. The tickets are $12. You can buy tickets in advance through Event B. The link should be somewhere on the graphic right under
On the
us.
screen here.
Look down here. You can also look us up on Facebook under Foxy Veronica's Peach Pies.
Google.
Google us. It's an amazing tool.
Yes.
Social media. Find
Yes.
them everywhere.
Yeah.
You can,
Perfect. So the details should also be listed on your screen if you're interested in it. It should be a good time. Sounds like it will be. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today, ladies. I appreciate it.
thank you for having us.
Talk of the Town will be back right after this.
Back on Talk of the Town, as Marianne from Moving Forward is joining us now, and she's even brought some stuff with. It looks like we got beer, we got pills, like we're having a party. But no. We're going to get to all of that and what all of this stuff means as welcome in Marianne.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
now,
for having
once
me.
again, for those that don't know, you're a senior move manager.
Exactly, yes.
What's a senior move manager?
Sure. So a senior move manager is basically somebody who has been trained through the National Association of Senior Move Managers. And that's just important to know because we all follow a real strict code of ethics. And also it means that if I'm moving somebody here from Madison to, say, somewhere in Minnesota, then I can call somebody else who's had the same training as I have to help unpack them and get them settled in their new home once I send them off here from Madison.
Okay, so what are some of the steps then you go through with families?
Sure. So basically what we do is we'll go and we'll meet a client and we'll kind of figure out what their situation is if they're moving from a house into an independent living community. And then first of all, we'll figure out what they want to take with them, and we go through a floor layout. We measure their furniture to make sure it will all fit in their new home. And then we just kind of go through the whole sorting process with them, and we pack up what they want to pack. And then we actually then, we help them move. We bring in movers and we move all their items to their new location. And then basically we get them all settled in, we do all the unpacking, we hang up the pictures, put up the shower curtain. So by the end of the move day, they're ready to live in their new apartment. And then typically we go back to the house and then we deal with the items that are in the house and we get the home ready to sell. So again, they have that closure and we just kind of help them move through that process.
Yeah, which I think is hard to do for a lot of people.
It
and
is.
you talk about going back to the house, dealing with some of the items that are in the house.
Correct,
So I'm
correct.
guessing that these are some of the items or types
Right.
of items that you end up finding.
Yes, absolutely.
Walk us through a little bit. What did you bring this for here? Why
Sure.
would you show this to us?
Well, it's really interesting when I'm talking with the clients, what's kind of keeping them from moving into a new community is just they have a house full of stuff and they look at it and they don't even know where to begin. They have just boxes and boxes of things everywhere. And so it's the stuff that kind of keeps them from moving on. And so what I thought I would do today is just kind of go through some items because people, they have no idea what I'm going to do with the stuff and they tend to, sometimes they'll rent a dumpster and just start, throwing stuff away, which is really sad, and I encourage people not to do that. But they just don't know what to do with it and they really want to move on. They just need help getting through that step. And so what I brought today, do you want me to kind of show you some
Yes,
of this
please,
here?
yeah.
So basically, there are items that I brought today that some of them are really easy for me to get rid of and some are not. And so, basically what we do is we bring in buyers who like to buy items from my clients. And so we have some things that are on the easy to dispose of list and others that are not. So just as an idea, a lot of people have books. We all have collections of books. And so I brought a couple of books just to show you. In most books, I have a book buyer who will just come and collect the books. Cookbooks are super easy for me to sell for my clients. So if you have cookbooks or any books, basically, I would take them and bring them to my book buyer, and they would pay my client accordingly. Other books, such as encyclopedias, are very hard to get rid of, and so those we would just recycle usually. So these are on the good list, easy to sell.
Especially when it's a cookbook with the Sopranos
Exactly,
on it. Yep.
exactly. And then other things, VHS tapes, people have no idea what to do with those, and basically it's hard to even donate them. So luckily we can donate them to some organizations like St. Vincent de Paul, but it's a really, really low market, and we're lucky to donate them for folks. We all have lovely china, around our homes, and that's a really tough one to get rid of, so I encourage people to give it to their grandchildren or somebody who maybe can use it, but there's almost no market for china, which is always a sad conversation to have. Jewelry, especially, gold, silver, jewelry, and coins are really easy for us. We have a lot of buyers who come in, and again, they'll just pay my client for those items. And then a Boy Scout uniform, because that's actually an item that people love to buy, military items and Boy Scout uniforms, things that you would think that maybe nobody wants, are some of the hot items that I come across.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then I just have a little shot glass there. Those are really tough to sell too. So those are on the, hard to get rid of list. Usually they go to donations. So I encourage people to give those to family members if they can, because there's just not a really good market for most of them. There are some, obviously, exceptions.
Now you have some other things here. So say like a bottle of beer or a controlled substance.
Exactly.
So what do you do with
Sure.
that?
So alcohol is interesting because basically we cannot do anything with it.
Right.
We can't. I mean, if I had to get rid of it, I just have to pour it down the drain, which is really sad.
Yeah.
So it's something that the family members, we just encourage them to just give away. We can't sell it, we can't donate it, we can't do anything with it. So it's an item we just encourage families just to give to a neighbor or whatever they could do with it. Medicine, we always have a medicine drop for all of our clients. We bring to the police station, so we'll take all old pills and we'll make sure they're disposed of correctly. And then we always have, everyone has a garage full of paint and clean, items that just need to be taken to clean sweep typically, and so we'll make sure those get to clean sweep, and so they're taken care of. So we just go room by room, and we just have avenues for all kinds of items.
Always a lot to talk about. Check out Moving Forward. You can do that online. Marianne, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you very
and
much.
We'll talk to you next time, and we'll have more right here on Talk of the Town.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm joined now by Ismail, and he's the owner of Wisconsin Granite. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
And also joined by Behar, and he's the manager of Wisconsin Granite. Thanks for being here today, gentlemen.
Not a problem.
So let's just start off with people who may not be familiar with your business. Where are you guys located, and what do you do?
We are located in McFarland. Our address is going to appear on the screen here shortly.
So look below.
So we're located in McFarland, and that's where we do all the manufacturing.
Awesome.
we have
And
a full-
manufacturing of what, if people couldn't pick up from the title?
Of granite countertops.
Very cool. So a bunch of different varieties. I guess maybe for people who don't know a lot about granite, is there just like one type? Are there multiple types?
We carry all different sorts. We have over 120 different colors in stock. We also
Over
carry
120.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a lot.
Very cool. And 120 different styles, colors.
Exactly. Patterns, you name it. And then we also do carry a little bit of quartz too, which is engineered products.
Very cool. Beautiful stuff. I know I've stopped into your store, and it's just gorgeous, gorgeous things if you're thinking of remodeling your kitchen or your home. Or I know, Ismail, even your office is beautiful. Beautiful for an office space. A way to change that up too.
Right. That was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I was out of country. I went to Brazil to bring some colors from Brazil in here. So when I came back, I see the table that they have done for me as a surprise.
Was it a good surprise?
It was a great surprise.
Good surprise. It's beautiful. You'll have to stop by and check it out if you do stop by their store. And so what are some of the different benefits for choosing Wisconsin Granite versus other companies?
I would say the biggest benefit is that within the local area, we're probably the company that imports the most amount of products.
Sure.
From different countries. Countries like Brazil, Italy, India. He sacrifices a lot of times to go to these places, a lot of family time, and just to bring people these different colors that they're not used to seeing anywhere else. So, through his sacrifice, that's really what the benefit comes to the area, is that nobody has these different colors.
And now going off of that, I just know, because I've met you a couple times now, that when they say that they're going, to bring back granite, they really mean it. It is really you. You are physically going on a trip to bring back granite that you hand-picked and hand-select.
Right, I do. It's out of a couple of thousand colors that I pick. It's kind of fun.
I would think it would be. I mean, you're working, but you also get to travel to these beautiful places and bring back different things, that really make people happy and really enhance their space.
Right. Another beauty, we're not limited with wholesaler companies' choices.
Sure.
We do our own choices. When I go visit companies, now I'm used to it. I've been there 6-7 times. So I rent a car and I drive around the quarries. When companies see me, they're surprised. And they say that you came here by yourself?
Yes.
in this danger road.
So you really are getting that service, and when they say they're actually hand selecting things, you know, they really mean it. And that's just some of the quality and service you get with Wisconsin Granite. And how long have you guys been in business at Wisconsin Granite?
We opened up this place end of 2008.
Okay.
So it's been about 8 years.
In the McFarland area.
Yes, in McFarland area.
Perfect.
Right
And
off the Beltline.
it really is such a short drive too if you are in Madison or any of the neighboring communities. You just hop on, you know, the Beltline, and it's a pretty quick drive over to McFarland too.
Right.
So a quick drive for that. And do you have any plans for the future with Wisconsin Granite?
Ah, that's a great question.
Sure.
I mean, our plans are really to keep staying local, keep employing local workers, you know, give the economy around us a little bit of a boost, and just help pretty much everybody achieve their goals in their kitchen, which is beautify their kitchens and just pretty much keep maintaining the area with beautiful colors.
I really like the kind of connection too between employing people locally and bringing something that's local, a local business, local products, but also then incorporating beautiful things from around the world. And you're really bringing that global tie, you know, down to the local level, and such a great service and business to have here in our area. So thank you both for being here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And again, this is Wisconsin Granite. You can find them over in McFarland. Thank you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll be here next week only on Channel 57.